Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm killing me right now.
I feel like
The new mic settings again. No.
Oh, they didn't hear you?
Oh
Nice.
no.
I heard you, so I couldn't say anything. That's okay. I'll keep going over draft. Pangolier picked up without a Bloodseeker being banned. All right. Sauce's Kittens is threatening Dinks. Do you want to play Bloodseeker here or not? That'll be the top counter. Whenever we saw this at the Arlington Major, a few follow-ups would be Invoker or the Quap as well to kind of take him down. And they instead go for the Enigma, so they're going to totally look past the Pango. There's still a BKB piercing stun from the Enigma that helps them out. So likely Sauce's Kittens are going to ban out that Bloodseeker, but they will look for probably some other BKB piercing disable. The Switch Doctor is likely locked into the Pause 5 role. So if they want to do something like a Wyvern 4, they could do that for themselves. But this Witch Doctor is actually going to hold them back a little bit in the next of the draft because they can't go for something like Warlock. Your Wyvern is easily. They already banded out the Rubik, so a few of those answers are starting to go away. We'll see what they can come up with here for Sauce's Kittens.
They might end up predicting one more ban as well, banning out the Silencer, which, again, relatively regular seeing, Enigma into Rubik plus Silencer bans.
Yeah.
Might even see a Gyro ban thrown in there just for fun. I know a lot of teams with TI are doing that.
Yeah, because it's really good for clearing out those Eidolons in the carry roll. It's pretty nice. And just what they go for. I mean, one other thing that you could technically try is like a some sort of bristleback combo in the safe lane. I don't think Witch Doctor is really what you're looking for, so they may have already hurt themselves there. Again, this Witch pick is very weird for me. It's got to be something like the Dinks team likes to do, so they think that Witch Doctor is a counter for. But I think it is really wrapping up a lot of their draft right now.
That's gonna be a strong team fight from Dinks. I'm actually curious because at this point you probably just dodge the team fight entirely. You play that split pressure. Yeah. You have Tint, Jim, and Andy all just play in the side lanes. All just dodge these team fights because Tiny Enigma is not fun to fight into at all.
Not at all. We've been on the Lifesteal and the Juggernaut. It makes me feel like they're going for something like a Mars. I don't think it's the greatest hero right now, but it seems like that's what they're doing if they ban out the both of those heroes, either that or a Phoenix. But that is like whenever Tint is in the off lane, Mars is one of the ones I see him on very often.
I know if they go for like a Phoenix or a Mars, it'd be a little bold going forward at 15, given both those heroes are not meta at all currently, but
no.
You never
Mars
know.
especially. I think a lot of people were saying, like, I can't believe this Mars hero is like the Omega offlaner all the time. It clears waves, it pushes people away, it offers team fight. This hero needs to go, and all of a sudden this patch, it does feel like it's kind of out.
It's good to get a nice little break from Mars for the first time in Mars' history. It's been top hero of the moment enter captain's mode for years and years. So
yeah. Feel Undying. Okay. I mean, a lot of lane winners. Enigma, Undying, those are things that just secure your lanes. Tiny's one that's actually can secure your mid lane as well. So I'm expecting that with these three heroes, they just like literally secured all three lanes. You can have a lot of heroes with this that now that just you don't have to do a whole lot knowing that you will just have a map advantage. You go something ultra greedy like an Alchemist, honestly, and you just like have a map to work with a lot of the farm. In reality, I think if you're going for an off hero right now, you've got Beef in front of you, you've got Lockdown. I want to go for a backliner maybe that doesn't get burned by a Clockwork Pango jumping on you. So maybe a sniper if they feel confident enough.
As it's currently going, and we're seeing a lot of these tanky maneuverable heroes for both teams. The style of Dota we're probably going to get, but again, if you have Pangolier plus 2 more relatively evasive cores, then it's just you dodge all game, and that's your entire gameplay, I think.
Yep. Clockwork helps out with that too, right? Rocket flaring the waves. If they do eventually try to like just pick one person off, they can hook shot in, do damage with the Maledict, and then kind of back off.
A lot of reserve time being used in the 17 pick, which makes a lot of sense. Usually when you have a first pick, you're stronger in the draft strategically until it's exact pick. And then from there, it's kind of out of your hands where they get the counter pick at 18.
Yeah.
They get the counter pick at 24. So this is a very hard pick to make. And I'm sure Mips is he's thinking real hard currently.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have Dawson Knight either. They've stand in 4 Dawes. So that may change the war room strategically as well.
Yeah, it may. I mean, they have this Undying that they already picked up, which doesn't really like you don't counter an Undying very often. If you want to go for like Mirana or Snapfire to try to like take down that Tombstone, then you'll do that. But all you know is like this guy's gonna fuck over my lane. I need something that's strong for it. Ember now though is something that you can try to counter with. Anything like lockdown, you can't go for like the puck anymore since like the Ember does win that lane, even though he does have the lockdown enabling. Uh, I would go for something right now that allows Andy to just kind of win the lane against Ember, knowing that he'll get rotated on by a Tiny. That's going to be something like a little bit strong. Kunkka kind of comes to mind. Also able to throw down that boat on top of the Enigma Black Hole when it's there to kind of get yourself that damage reduction. Offer some team fight into theirs. So you're saying that they might want to just dodge these fights, in which case maybe you give Andy the Arc. I mean, they do have jump with the Enigma Tiny, but theoretically, if you have enough in front, you shouldn't be able to get back to that Arc Warden. So I'd imagine probably one of those two.
I don't think he wants to dodge that hard, but you can easily play the dodge style of Kunkka, go like BOT's Kunkka, and just dodge that. I like the idea, though. I mean, it's a good lane to Ember. I know it's a hero that Andy is very capable of playing, so make a lot of sense to grab it.
And I guess there is still the chance that they just pick something else and leave this Pengu open to the flex. And instead they go for the bat, man.
Okay, I like it. That's a pretty fantastic pick. It's a winning lane to Ember. It's good enough into the Enigma. This should be a pretty fantastic bat game.
I really like this pick. BKB piercing for the Enigma, as you said. I think the Tiny still... The rotation with the Tiny could still hurt a little bit just because you are squishing those early levels. But I think if Bat's like safe enough, he'll have that W ready to bump people away.
Just don't get rotated on.
Just don't get rotated on, Smile. I like the lane though. I think that's like the one thing that they needed to do is secure themselves a mid lane, since again this Enigma Undying is winning those, and the Tiny's going to make an attempt to win that mid lane. So getting something strong face forward is nice for them. I think at this point they need to secure themselves a late game with their 24 pick, which is really nice to have the 24 on your side for. Since you're able to counter that enemy safe laner, which for off, he's still got a good few heroes left that he wants to play again. The Luna is one of those that he plays pretty often. I know the hero is slightly out of favor right now, but it's not. It's definitely not unplayable, especially in leagues like this that aren't, the tier 1 going for TI.
At this point, I mean, Jim already knows his lane as well. He knows it's going to be Enigma Tiny in his lane, so he has a lot of time to contemplate how he's going to draft here. By the way, just for the audience, we're going to be calling our man by 3 different names today. Jim, a.k.a. Rook, a.k.a. Salacious Sea Lion 62. All his names. I apologize for the interchangeability on that one.
Yeah, you have him named as Rook. I see. I still have him as just Jim. Let's see. Any other... Oh, you don't have the T's capitalized in Tint? No respect. I have Notorious nickname because he changes all the time.
Why not? I actually don't have Notorious nicknamed. How do I not have Notorious nicknamed?
I don't know.
I just realized I nickname almost everybody, but I don't have him nicknamed. That's really weird.
Yeah. I think he changed his profile picture and name at the same time once, and I was like, "You're done, kid. I'm nicknaming you. I don't want to deal with this."
Radiant team picks.
All right, I've checked.
Oh, all right, they win. Oh, let's go. Expert here.
It feels really slow, this game, and it's into a Pangolier is going to buy Diffusal Blade as well, so it could get a little bit dicey here.
Dude, there's a lot of mana burn here, as you said with the Pango, and even with the Clockwork. It offers a little bit of like black hole protection, I suppose, if you really want it. But I think it's definitely counterable, and that hero really counters it. All of a sudden now you go from like, hey, I might be able to go like a Manta BKB, and I could go for like, Scotty, other damage items, and I'm still happy with my game. With the Clockwork now, especially the Drow, you have to go for a 4-staff into the Hurricane Pike. And honestly, for a hero like Drow, sometimes you want a Swift Blink to get in there and be on top of the hero so that she can't just like keep proccing on you as you 4-staff away, because she can just do the same thing. So I think there's like a large item list from the Dusa. We did say though, Enigma, Undying, those are lane winners. Tiny is a mid lane rotation. That's another lane win probably. I expect that you get out with at least 2, maybe 3 win lanes out of the Dinks, and Dusa will have a large amount of time to farm. If they can press that map with the Medusa, I think they'll be fine. However, if they do let this Drow maybe get a few hits off, maybe they take some a single fight into a Roche, Sauce's Kittens will definitely take away with this game.
I looked it up, by the way. That's his Tint's actual name on Steam right now. I don't know.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
So he's showing no respect to himself by your standards.
Man, if you don't respect yourself, no one else will respect you. Come on, Tint, get the rename.
I think this is a situation where I would prefer to play this Radiant side draft. I think it's easier to play a draft. Though, there's one thing, though. They have to actually do something. They can't sit around and farm. Eventually, Dire will be stronger, so it's on them to make plays happen around, minute 20, minute 30, that sort of direction of the game. And I think with these players and with these heroes, they're in position to win those fights. But, one Aaron fight with the Roshan pit, this entire game changes dramatically.
Yeah. I feel like the lane should be pretty well won for the Dinks, right? I mean, Undying is already someone that you don't want to play against. And it is versus a Clockwork. And it is the off lane bat. Well, maybe does that change the game that I'm thinking about?
Even then, though, I mean, this is lanes where they're going in with the understanding of what lanes were being picked, and usually when you have these counter picks, you're better in the lanes a lot of the time. And
yeah,
I just trust in Sauce's Kitten's ability to win these lanes with counter pick. I don't think they're going to dominate any of these lanes, but I think they can definitely get a win in 2 of these lanes here.
You're convinced.
I don't think either of these side lanes are that exceptionally strong. Though, if Enigma can get ahead, then that will be an overbearing hero. But Drow's one of the few carriers who actually can kill the Eidolon somewhat decently.
Right? Yeah, she goes like 202 or maybe like a 212 afterwards for the silence. She can definitely clear.
It's a sad day being Notorious. He wants to decay so badly, but the battery assault is just obnoxious currently. He'll turn decay on too, but this is not fun.
Yeah, at least they turn around and smack a little bit. He is, versus strength 4, which is something that he really likes. However, Undying, because of that last change, 100 mana for a level 1 decay. He literally can do 4 decays, and then he is out of mana. So a well-placed cogs from Smack can actually make it so that he's just like, he's got to ferry out some Ingos. So you figure like 1 mana burn on the Undying is...
Oh, he's barely alive. He has Fairy Fires. This is a crazy fight in the Radiant jungle. Carbon's going to die here. His first blood going to Tint, most likely. Eventually.
He picked up the tree.
Eventually.
He throws down the banner. Nice.
The fun part here for me is like, all right, I know you're going to need the primary play tonight, but when do I just not let you talk anyways? That's the question of the day,
I mean, I could do primary play-by-play. It's your stream. I was going to hand over the play-by-play to you.
I was going to leave it to you, both partially because I just don't feel like doing it tonight, but...
Hell yeah. All right,
it's one of those things, I'm not going to give you like full reign though. I'm going to take the lane fight here and there just for fun. Like, I see a pick off, I'm like, that's on my hook. I'm letting that one go with me, No,
I think that's how you should do it, to be honest. I think if your analyst is talking, he has like a really good point. If it's not first blood, I think like a onesie twosie kill in a side lane is like, just mention the kill and keep talking about what you're going to.
Listen, first blood's a social construct. It doesn't exist. If it's not on the stream, it doesn't happen.
If my stream doesn't see it, it doesn't exist, okay?
At least nowadays, I mostly catch first blood. But there was like a 3-month stretch where I would miss 1 kill a game, and every kill I would miss would be first blood. It was not a good time for first blood catching.
I feel that. I mean, I'm excited to see how lanes go now. I feel like I strongly advocated for these lanes, but all of a sudden, like the Undying getting ran down minute 1 definitely changes things a little bit for me. Plus the Bat Rider, Jim's bat gotta be somewhat good, but only at the 2 CS off is shoving in the wave, so he's securing himself a little bit more. The Bat Rider level 2 is finally where he actually becomes a little bit more of a hero. So off doing a good job of just like having to stick there with him and be able to snake through a wave.
I was real confident in this Drow lane, but Enigma has 7 denies.
Yeah,
7 denies.
He's gonna do well. Any Enigma lane, I never want to deal with this hero. This is honestly one of the ones that I've put up on my bans list, just because it's so annoying. You have ways to play against it. You have heroes you can pick to cancel the black hole. You can get heroes that burst down Eidolons. I just hate having to like change your game like that.
It's a huge fight bottom lane right now, but I don't think anyone dies here. It'll be a little bit close, but will barely live.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Malefice was close. That's the spell that honestly like came out of nowhere with the Enigma kit, especially with the Shard now. The hero has been largely like the same for a while, but now that Shard, now that the Sun just feels like so much better, you can literally run people down with the Eidolons, which didn't feel like that before this patch.
It's one of those abilities, they just kept buffing it a little bit patch after patch. It's like the Side Gunner effect, where they just buff Side Gunner for like 17 straight patches until it was overpowered. It's like, oh yeah, now Malefice is just good.
Yep. Oh man, Sauce, gotta be a little bit careful here. No Avalanche just yet, but I imagine it'll be the Sampler build for Carbonal.
Oh, Notorious. He's in a lot of danger top lane meanwhile, but he's actually still an Undying. He'll decay on 2 again.
Yeah.
Tombstone's still
Really
active.
nice
Tombstone remains alive. This is not good currently.
That's so good. What a Tombstone, man. I mean, he ends up getting the kill on off from one of those, but yeah, Smack was trying to run away in the back, and he just couldn't get away from the Tombstone. And his zombies picks up the flag bearer CS. Oh, he's feeling good.
And during that as well, we actually missed a kill on the Enigma bottom lane. Sauce and Tint punished super hard there on, I'm guessing, in a lone Enigma.
That's really good. Every single kill you can get on this Enigma is just like golden for you. He should win the lane. Enigma should like never die. And now, I mean, Tint doing good with the multi-shot, but countered again by the Malefice. I don't know, I like this. How much is that interaction gonna happen? 20-second cooldown on Malefice and 26. So he should always be able to Malefice this multi-shot. Unless he's like in the trees.
Oh, poor Sauce. Luckily he's faster than Tiny and there's still no avalanche. He's barely going to live here again, but it's not a fun time to be Sauce. He is not trading efficiently currently.
No, another Fairy Fire used. I'm pretty sure he already used one in this like top jungle fight for the first split anyways. So that's just like a lot of gold down the drain for him. Well, I guess he's not dying, so it's not down the drain, but it is gold that you'd like to have in your backpack.
I guess he's lucky that Carbonel doesn't have boots. A lot of these 4 Tiny start with boots, and Carbonel has Ring of Protection, so he actually... Oh, now he's Avalanche. Now it's time for Sauce.
Yeah. Looks like he's not committing to it yet. I think he could have, to be honest. At least to like just be annoying. It looks like he's gonna toss him back to the Enigma here. And now someone's getting this. It's the tree throw. Carbonel getting the kill. And oh, a nice split shot. Not necessarily for the kill, but for the efficiency.
You know, if I'm Tint, I'm excited. You wanna know why? Because Tint's about to level 5 at minute 5 on a safe laner. His Witch Doctor is not taking his XP. Meanwhile, look at Tiny. Tiny's taking XP. Meanwhile, top lane, Tombstone is there from Notorious, but he will fall anyways. The trade will come in from off, though.
Oh, what a snake. Oh, what a snake.
I love that he's just getting incredibly excited for these Mystic Snakes.
They're so good. You know, Snake used to be one of the best abilities in the game whenever it stole mana.
That was incredibly obnoxious, though. Come on.
It was. I was able to solo lane it like 6 minutes and no one had mana. It was phenomenal. Now it's just good, so you know it feels a little bit better. But yeah, I mean the CS right now is looking very good for the Pango, so they did end up keeping him here versus the Ember Spurt, and he's having a very good time. No, not even a point in chain for the Ember. And the one thing I wanted to look at is like top lane, man. He's got 22 CS on the Dedusa, but on the Drow, dude, 9 denies as well. And as you said, like he's getting solo XP. Captain Canuck is actually going to be in danger once 10 hits level 6, because this isn't just going to be like
middle lane roll comes through from Andy.
Oh man, he can take down the Undying. Oh man, he's gonna curl around, smack. Bounced around, avalanche may take him down. No, he's gonna pass through, and he actually gets a nice chains from Mips. He's got to back away though, and oh man, or not a chain, sleight of fist. With the
meanwhile, top lane lasso from Batrider. Deuce is in a lot of danger. She'll keep you away, but not in time. Big kill from Salacious Sea Lion 62.
What a fine time from Jim. Beautiful job as well to like make sure he had the sticky sides like right on top of him. It was a good thought to TP. But yeah, already just well too far down. And honestly, it was a really nice battle here as well.
He's dead bottom. He's dead bottom. Ooh. Big kill from Tint. A 1v1 solo kill.
There it is, level 6. He's got double Wraith Band. He's got the Band of Elskin. My man's got damage plus that energy multiplier on marksmanship. You just can't stay there on the Enigma. You may have to consider walking away from this lane on Enigma, which is the saddest thing at 7 minutes.
Usually most carriers want to leave against the Enigma, but Tint's,
right?
You have the counter pick. He's ready to rock and roll, and well, I mean, he's a patient guy. He was waiting in line earlier. That's why he was late today, but he's alive, and he's certainly not late right now.
No, I think one of the best things you can do for him right now is get a ward that either sees this bottom tower TP in, which that one might do it, or see a rotation in from the mid lane. Either one, whatever you can do to keep Tint here for a while safe is the best thing you can do.
Well, rotation comes from Tiny instead, but it's Carbonel in danger right now.
I think so. He's got the Maldic on him, and that'll be all the damage. Even Andy Bendy coming in for a rotation. Rolling through to Captain Canuck. No level 6 on him just yet, so won't be able to interrupt this with the black hole. Tint gets a kill, Andy gets a kill, and everybody's happy here for Sauce's Kittens.
This is the classic fun caster game when there's both Maledict and Malefice in the same game.
I hate it, dude. Everything is getting twisted. There you go. Maledict already used, and oh, it's a... rune for Mips here, so as long as he survives through that Maledict, should be fine. But I mean, he's taking some punishment here from Smack.
Pops the regen now. Oh, he's canceled. Andy Bendy ruining Mips's day.
Oh, I would be so tilted, man. And
he used
I would
all 3 remnants
to
get that too, and now he has no anything.
Yeah, you see Notorious immediately place a sentry up here, and he's like, oh shit. They actually didn't see that. It was just a guess, not knowing that there's another ward. A wonderful spot here. I might have to pick this ward up. This is pretty good.
Man, there's some real good warders and lads. Like there are a lot of excellent warders. Like I know Doss is my personal warding coach, but there's probably 24 guys who will be willing to teach you about warding. Support players, they don't get talked to ever, so just ask them like, hey, can I help warding? And they'll help you.
That's the thing in these high MMR leagues. You don't often see like in lower leagues like MD12 PDC, you don't get to see a lot of like high MMR supports because like if you're a 7K, you almost have to play core to feel like you're actually like being able to carry your team. I think Acid Rain is the only exception. So in leagues like this, you're able to actually see like, oh my god, this guy is like a 6K support, and you can see why.
Poor Notorious. He is incredibly dead here, and it seems like his team will get away though. Ember's rotating in, but he doesn't want to be here any longer.
Under the outpost is a very sad place to die as a support on your own half of the map. And ooh, Andy tossed in. Good shield crash gives him the 40% of incoming damage block. And oh, now they get the Maledict. There it is. Carbonal will surely fall for this one. And Lasso just you can get that remnant off. So Mips falling as well, 2 gone. And I have to recant. I was wrong about the lanes. All right, I totally thought that they would win on Dinks and win heavily in the laning stage. Instead, Enigma pushed out. Drow still farming away to her heart's content. Already a tower gone, and yeah, no, I was way off.
I believed. This is one of those situations where maybe they're missing Doss right now. I know Doss is a relatively vocal player. I haven't casted his team before, and I don't really necessarily know their internal situation, but Doss is a very vocal player, so maybe they're missing a shot calling right now, potentially.
That could be. I mean, stand-ins are already a pretty big part of the game. Knowing that, like, just that person that you've played with all this season isn't there, it's just enough to, like, kind of mess things up.
And again, this team is 4-10, so maybe they're not missing Doss that much.
Finally, we have a chance today.
I just feel bad. I used to mock Doss when his teams were good, but now his teams aren't very good anymore, so I don't want to make fun of him anymore. He's my friend, so...
Yeah, Doss has always been good to me. He had content for lads that I think he mentioned me in and called me a really good caster, so I feel bad whenever I make fun of him. I don't want to.
And Doss is like he's getting old. He's an old guy. I don't want to make fun of the elderly. No elderly abuse. Okay, now Cullen. He's not even here, man.
Poor guy. He's watching the cast. I think he's watching wherever he's at.
There's a fight in the Radiant jungle, it seems like. It's a good ward from Carbonell. He was smoked up there in the tiny. Andy Bendy's alone right now.
He is. If he gets Malefist, I mean, he's not going to be able to use his ulti. Instead, oh, trying to roll up here. They toss him up. They use the black hole. Yep, that is surely a dead Bango. Oh, and Sots finished that TP. Loses about 75% of his HP, even more, on his first TP, and gets a really nice Maledict. But yeah, it's not going to make all the difference. Trying to TP away, and with that Soul Rip, Enigma will get out alive. Maybe a bit of a blunder to finish the TP there.
I think he was thinking, wait a minute, they're out of stun. I'm good, but no, they just right-clicked him down anyways. They all fire boost speed at him.
No, you can cope that one up as space, I guess. And Jim is taking a large stack of Ancients, it looks like, here in a few seconds after he gets that up. Drow has been farming in the mid lane, getting all the farm to her heart's content. And yeah, she's even going for the Yashin next. I wonder if she ends up going for the Manta this game just because of the Malefice. I guess also in the root.
Sounds a lot like cope to me, but at a certain point you gotta do something. Something crazy.
Oh man, they're TPing?
2-man smoke. Lasso is online for the Bat Rider. This could be another good wraparound gank.
They're trying to find a core, and lo and behold, a hook shot in right onto the Dusa here. Good. Does get the ulti off, so they're not able to get the lasso for the perma stun. But honestly, the first amount of damage that Smack actually took was from the snake. Finally, they'll get him here, and Jim actually is forced to walk away. Probably needed to let them lead with the lasso there so that there was no turnaround potential from the Dusa.
I don't think they can kill her fast enough either way. It's a very ambitious play. With all that backup, there's no way out but death for Smack.
Yeah, and well, oh, Sauce throwing down the ulti. Does get the kill on Carbonal for that one, but Jim in danger here. All these zombies are certainly slowing him up here, and a nice remnant in from Mips. They'll find themselves another kill, and it's a 3-kill streak going to the Ember Spirit.
I mean, that's just, you know the Dire's there. You know it's their high ground. They probably have vision, but they're like, you know what? We've already committed our time. We might as well fight here, and it just didn't work for the second time in 1 minute.
Those are plays that you look at after the game and you're like, man, if we didn't make that, I think we really could have won here. And you just gave away like a small portion of your advantage. Because all of a sudden you just like, you lose the offlane Batrider that really seemed like he was about to scale up. Now, instead of being like a fair amount above the Ember Spirit, he's only like 500 gold away, which is really nothing for an Ember who can connect creeps and heroes.
On the bright side, he is still 4th in net worth, and 2 of the heroes he's behind are his mid laner and his carry. His carry, Tint, is number 1 in net worth, 1k ahead of the Dusa, so it's good right now. But Tint might just die here.
Yeah, he does look in danger. Ava, Toss, Remnant. That'll do it. They only need one more hit. Oh, silence away, but that means that Notorious has an excuse to pick up the kill. Supports unite. Get that gold.
He's probably celebrating like, yes, I've doubled my net worth. Yes, we've done it. I have got the kill.
It's pretty close. I mean, what, he got 400 gold out of that one. Man sitting here at like, what, 2,700? It's a pretty good percentage, 25%.
Every bit counts. Every bit counts.
Let's see, he's even going for the 4-step right up. Very good versus the Clockwork. And speaking of which, hook shot in. Carbonal getting battery assaulted up. Gonna get bounced around here by the Salacious Sea Lion, so they'll find the kill on Tiny. But with that tombstone up again and the double root, they may want to escape. Onto the low ground here. They will back away Notorious with the Maledict. And well, ooh, almost getting the last on Mips, but not close enough. He's gonna get slowed up by, oh boy, Jim locked up here. And meanwhile, there's a black hole in the high ground, so they'll kill Jim and they'll try to kill his brother with the black hole, but a nice swash through from Andy Bendy, able to pop up that roll, and they will find the kill on the Enigma immediately after he used the black hole. Still 3-for-1 trade going the way of Dinks.
That's almost a disaster for Enigma. He used all of his mana and then almost didn't use his mana to stick before the black hole. And if he didn't use that stick, he would not have had the mana for black hole.
No, not at all. And I mean, at least now he's got the Wraith Pact. He got it from that fight. Even though, again, that he did die, but, you know, he did enough for his team.
That's one concern. So all of a sudden, it's like almost Dire, they have the best item in Dota, and Radiant don't, so that's actually a genuine concern right now.
Yeah, so I think the one thing about putting Jim into the offlane is that offlane does seem like a role right now, and I kind of feel bad for the guys. You build Wraith Pact, all right? You have one job. Doesn't matter what hero you are. You build the Wraith Pact, and honestly, sometimes you're really abused, and you have to build Pipe.
Oh, well, unfortunate. But I mean, this is payback for all the patches we're off. I mean, did you play during 6.79?
No, I don't think so. I think I came to Dota like immediately after that patch.
You played during 6.85.
What was the notable part of that patch?
That was the patch when it was like Tusk in the offlane, Soul killing the carry minute 5 per game.
Nope, didn't play it.
That was it's payback for that patch. I remember every game. Tusk off, like Moon Meander of OG at the time was notorious being a great Tusk offlane player. So was old 11, I think, of Eon at the time, and it was so frustrating to play carry. You just get one shot minute 6 by Slardar Tusk every game. It was not fun. I had to play Queen of Pain safe lane just to not get gone on by these heroes. It was. This is karmic justice for that patch. I can tell you that much.
Well, at least it looks like Canucka's taking it in stride. He's actually going for the BKB instead of going for the Blink Dagger, so he's still assuming that there will be someone running into him for the black hole. And, well, I don't know. It seems like we may have hit another standstill. We've got any items coming for Radiant here they want to fight with? Maybe a Blink Dagger soon on Andy.
Still a good 1,400 away, but look at there eventually.
Yeah.
We might just get a kill on Tiny right now. Tiny's out of mana and low on HP.
That's big. I guess the one thing you can cope up and say, like, he had to pop roll. He wasn't able to do it just as spells. Oh!
He's missing a lot of spell. Well, he
putting on the handbrake. Oh! Carbonal! Carbonal!
All right, then. That should not have happened the way it did, but if you're Carbonal, you would take that. You'll instantly all chat line, and now top lane, you see a big fights. There's no roll.
Yeah, no roll. They do clear the Eidolons here, but Andy Bendy now. Hit by the Maledict, and oh no. Has to back out here. And, Mips, be careful, buddy. He's got a remnant. He hasn't used it yet. He gets silenced up, but Drow can't get close enough because of this nice tombstone zoning away both heroes. Notorious may have too close, but no one feels comfortable enough walking into this. Tint throwing out the arrows. He actually gets the hit with that multi-shot. So a beautiful kill there.
I see the idea there was Sleight of Fist to kill Spack, but Tint was ready. The multi-shot was just too powerful, and there was no remnant prepped for Mips, so Tint punish.
And Rocket Flare was right on the mark as well, giving them the vision for this one. And another one! The multi-shot is so good from Tint. Another kill. They're gonna dance around the cogs here. Silence up in the Enigma. He can't get the black hole off. That was all that he was looking for. Instead, they get themselves another kill. Damn, if Medusa walked in there, it'd be a team wipe.
You could see at the end of that fight, Captain Luck wants to just right-click Clockwork, get a counter kill, knowing he's dead. He's accepted his death. He just wants some gold for his troubles. He couldn't even get the kill, so it's bad. It's looking real bad right now for Dinks. They're only down by 3K, but this draft is perfectly online right now for Sauce's Kittens. They're ready to fight for the next, 20 or so minutes.
Yeah, they're gonna get Roche on thanks to the power of the Pangolier here to help him out. Mips will try to poke around at the Roche pit, but he can't get it. In fact, hookshot actually misses here. Smack in a lot of danger. He's got to back away. Sauce will make sure that the tombstone maybe gets placed a little bit further back than it needed to be. And again, multi-shot. Mips, be careful, buddy. He's trying to get Sauce here. And it looks like with one more sleight of fist, he should be able to get the kill.
Yeah, it's time to run again for Mips, but every little kill counts. And the Remnant is always ready for this exact sort of situation. I mean, he actually almost got 2 or 3 kills in the situation, so I like the idea. Mips knows he's most powerful on the die right now, so he's trying to utilize his power.
Yeah, and Off's got to come up here soon. He does have himself. Oh, he's going for the specialist rank. Okay, interesting taking that instead of the secondary stats. I wonder if this is the king item now for the Medusa. But he's only got the Hurricane fight,
item, right? So why not just be Medusa with Medusa the item?
True, the double stack. He's got the Dragonlance and the Manta, but he doesn't have anything that really helps him get on top of the drop, so he's still waiting. Oh no, what an avalanche. Holy moly, on to 2 here. And he does get the roll up. This is a beautiful place for a roll from a Pangolier. They've already silenced 2. They take down both supports, and now they're turned back onto the Enigma. A hook shot just for good measure, and that's a triple kill for Sauce's Kittens. And I mean, coming in here with the ulti, Dusa had to ult and TP away. There was an invis rune from Mip, so he'll survive, but man, that is a very good fight for Sauce's Kittens. Unfortunately, they couldn't get Deuce in the mix earlier.
They may lose Clockwork bottom lane. Mips is still there at the invis rune, but if Clock dies, it's still a 3-for-1. It's very good for Sauce's Kittens, and even in the evening, Smack's not going to die, so it's a clean 3-for-0. And with these fight wins, you start parlaying them into tower sieges. This mid T2 is most certainly dead. We'll see more dying quite soon.
How would you deal with this Deuce? Deal with the Drow. I feel like Deuce is not capable of handling this yet, and the Enigma isn't going blink. Oh no, don't die as soon as you TP in.
He's dying as soon as you TP'd in.
Oh man.
That's the problem. I don't think you do. It's a Drow 24 pick, and it's a very good Drow 24 pick. The Ember and Tiny are probably your best bets, but Tiny still doesn't have a Blink Dagger, and Ember doesn't have a BKB, so it's just plain difficult currently. Because Medusa doesn't like these heroes where you can, I'm sure you know, these heroes who can outrange her. And Drow, pretty like the multi-shot, can definitely outrange the Medusa, so it's not much you can do. You need your team to help you out with that one, so it's just lose your buildings.
It changes the way that you play the game for sure. Lena, Sniper, Arc Warden, Drow are usually the top 4 that you just hate dealing with in terms of the range. And right now, he's got the Dragonlance for an eventual Hurricane Pike. He's actually going to go for the Silver Edge, so he's going to go for maybe I can't jump on top of her, maybe I can sneak up on top of her. That's an interesting way to go about it, but usually in games like these, it means that you're building Hurricane Pike and Swiftblink just because you need to jump on top of this one hero that is going to ruin your day. But on top of that, you just don't have a lot of items. You think about Hurricane Pike and Swiftblink take up 2 of your item slots. You already have a Manta. You already probably are going for a Scotty, maybe a BKB. I mean, you're almost locked up as soon as you get these items.
Ooh, that's a BKB forced out. Looking at the Radiant Vision, they didn't see where any of the Dire were, so Jim uses BKB just in case. Little did he know it was a Soul Ember just there in his jungle. Again, a wise BKB, given it's probably a 5-man play with a tiny Blink Dagger or something, but no, there's just nobody. It's just Ember just being there.
Yeah. They've got to feel a little bit more confident defending this high ground now, knowing that the BKB from the bat is gone. But again, you got to get on top of Drow. How are you going to do it? Looks like Tiny has Blink Dagger. Maybe they're going to try to get an Avid Toss out. toss him back into the racks. Instead, they go for the Pangolier. They toss him back into the Enigma here. He does get the roll up for the Purge, and he'll just start rolling through and rolling away here on Andy Bendy. They don't have the physical damage to kill him through the roll, so he'll get out. The rest of the team's got to dodge out, though. There's no invis on the Witch Doctor, so he'll likely go down. He's trying to turn on Mips. He's even got the Voodoo Switcheroo, so with that Maledict, with the ulti, the physical damage won't be enough to take down that Ember.
Not even close to a kill, sadly.
No, I know. It was so close. He got him down to, what, 75% HP? He just needed one other person on his team to do some damage, but they would surely have died for it. Instead, they go on Captain Canuck here, and Drow, with that precision, does get themselves a kill. They're going to lasso in the Undyne. Another kill. Turn on the Dusa here. Dusa got to use the ulti. They'll avalanche up on the Drow. She'll actually get stunned by the Stone Gaze here, but Op knows he can't stay for long. Will run away here. Hurricane Pike out from 10, trying to find anyone else. And a nice hook shot through from Smack and bounces back the Dusa with those cogs. She'll manta off, but as well too late. She's already lost most of her mana. The multi-shot from 10 will finish her off. That's a 3 for none. Going the way of Sauce's Kittens. Not even an Aegis scratched on this encounter.
On the bright side, the Aegis is going to expire in literally 5 seconds. But I mean, the thing I was going to say is, oh, these fights are being lost by Dinks, but they're not losing with Dusa. And at the end of the fight, Dusa dies for, it's only the second time all game. And because of that, it's like, all right, either we don't defend or we defend with a buyback Medusa. No matter what, it's a lost play there. So it's a catch-22. They'll probably just get some racks up here, but... Oh, no racks give up. I thought that the range racks would fall here, but it will be no racks dig, and that's something of value at least. You keep all your racks alive.
You've seen this team a good few times, right? Do they high ground throw a lot? Is that the reason?
I mean, it's less that it's a high ground throw, but it's the more interesting play to force high grounds. And then they're respecting the Enigma Tiny. Speaking of Enigma, he is poking around with Bat Rider right now.
No nice dispo from the Bat Rider other than that BKB, so doesn't want to force that one out. Oh. Pops a Firefly. He wants to go in. He'll find Notorious, but a nice Force Staff away. They're having a battle on the backside here, but oh, Ember! Just taken down. BKB forced out by Jalacious Sea Lion, so he'll actually get the kill on the Undyne for a price.
If this were turbo mode, Ember will be alive right now. BKB was literally on the courier.
Oh, no.
It's finished now, because you see it now for Mips, but it also means because he has fought BKB, he doesn't have buyback. Yeah. So it's a 31-second window where Radiant can simply go. They're probably a little bit fearful of the Tiny Boy. And Tiny shows top lane, they'll know there's no threats at all. He now shows top lane. They know there's no tossback threat.
Yeah, oh, gotta be careful, man. This Enigma, without Blink, he's really hurting, but he also feels like he needs to BKB. Oh, and a jump through. Andy really pressuring up, gets the roll up, going to the roll through. He will just have to roll away.
He's buying space. You see Drow hitting buildings. Like, all right, if Drow's hitting buildings, you can just make space for that. And again, rolls on cooldown, but it's a very short cooldown. It's only 60 more seconds, so it's not going to matter.
Yeah. I remember when BSJ was getting coaching from Gunnar on Ember. He's like, man, I'm playing Ember in a Drow. What should I do against getting Gust? How do I deal with that? And he's just like, don't get Gust. That's your answer. I remember Embers would actually used to buy like a Yule Scepter when they were playing versus Drow, because like it gave them space to get their Remnant out, Yule's up. Or if they were already silenced, they would just Yule's up and then like Remnant Slight. Now you don't have as much. Oh my
huge silence.
That is a monstrous silence, but also a weird Force Staff in. He could have himself killed here. He's already taking so much damage, trying to Shadow Blade away, but the damage is already there. Mips getting himself a 10 kill streak. What an insane Force Staff in from the Drow.
He was feeling himself there. We're not done yet, though.
Oh no, they might want to turn back in. Looks like they're just de-warding, but Notorious will take a step forward. Just try to force everybody else out of his jungle. But Andy Bendy, he's sticking around. What a nice swash. Almost getting the kill on the Undyne. He's taking a lot of damage here. He uses the Soul Rip to try to take down Andy Bendy. He's in the roll form. He'll swash down to the low ground. Oh! The Slight doesn't actually do the damage just yet. Then what a black hole. Maybe they actually lock down the Bat Rider here. They'll get the kill to roll through. Andy knocks him away, saving his brother. James able to get the BKB off, and he'll roll out. Andy, he's getting out. What a play from the brothers that keep themselves alive.
Up for a second, that was a sacrifice play. Like, all right, I'm going to blink in. It will cancel black hole. I will die. I will save my Bat Rider. But no, you got away from that too.
That's crazy. That was actually such a good play. Too insane for my taste. I would never. I see one of my heroes getting black holed while the rest of my team is out. I'm like, damn, Bowie, you died. Sucks to be you, but not Andy. The only
problem is that black hole cancel doesn't actually win the fight. It just makes the loss less bad. Yeah. And you lose Tint there. And again, Tint, he was feeling himself. He saw a fantastic silence, went for it. It's like, wait a minute. I think I'm just dead now.
Yeah, I seem to have Force Staffed into their entire team plus a tier 2 tower.
Because Force Staff on cooldown, no Aegis, no BKB, no team to save you.
It's a rough place to be for a Drow. Even with the advantage in the draft that you have, it's still a rough place.
And she's up in gold by a ridiculous amount there, but under that tower, it's effectively like a 2v4. It's not really going to work out too well.
Well, at least now he's got himself a model DD rune. Roshan will actually respawn in a minute, so I think they'll still have the DD once he respawns up. So they just picked it, so they could honestly take another Rosh and just run right at this top tower. It looks like they're trying to set up for.
They don't slow Roshan window, but they don't want to wait that long. DD's time is now.
He's popping it, yeah. They really want to find this one. Mips is going to show himself a little bit. They have a sentry down already. Oh, bashed up by the swash, but he'll just back away. Nice sentry there. Who plays this one? Notorious. Good support.
Notorious is a notorious warder. No pun intended on that one. He loves warding. He's a big ward enthusiast, so.
Oh yeah, well if he loves warding, then why is he getting de-warded right now? A voodoo switcheroo on top of the Drow here, so they will find themselves a kill and a nice roll. And from Andy Bendy, he'll knock 3 to start. He'll even get right on top of the Ember Spirit, and with the mounted, he'll take him down. BKB pumped by Captain Kanaki doesn't have a BKB to work with, and he'll still get bashed even through the BKB from the Pango. So a nice jump in from Carbonal, locking people up in the midst of that midnight pulse, and now the ulti in from off. Remember, they did not wait for the Roshan, so there's some vulnerability in this Drow, but oh, the fire laying waste to Carbonal here. He tried to run through to help out his team. Instead, Jim, he'll find himself 1 kill, lasso another, and there go the 2 supports, already losing your Ember. Only 2 are left here from Dinks, and a nice watch through, plus the hook shot. It's grabs on grabs, and it looks like the Enigma may be the first one to fall here. Tin with the Shadow Blade, getting himself 1 kill, TP'd away on Smack in the backline and off, just fighting to get to the base.
The moment I saw Dire choose that fight, I'm like, oh dear God, they're about to lose the game. Like, you can hear the reaction, it's an oh no instantly, because you take that fight, Black Hole's on cooldown, you don't have full vision, Radiant are strong, you know they're going to be there, because Roshan's going to be alive soon. Yeah. And it's like, alright, well, Carbonal wants to go and protect his ward, but in protecting his ward, he got himself killed. He got 3 of his teammates killed. He got a buyback used by himself. He died again, and the ward still died, by the way. So, so that's just an absolute disaster. I mean, it is. But with that fight win, it's looking extremely good for Sauce's Kittens. It's going to require a throw to lose this game, though.
Yep. At least he'll have BKB Black Hole up now for the Enigma when they go high ground. But I mean, one of the biggest counters to Enigma is Other Lies. I mean, if Wraith King was a hero, that one would have been on the docket because you know you can't kill him twice with Black Hole without Refresher. Said no, since having the Aegis, so he can't even be a target anymore. Not like you're really finding the Drow at this stage because you only have BKB. You don't have the Blink Dagger yet. At this point, your best target is probably the Pango. So if you can BKB Black Hole, Andy Bendy, especially before roll, that could be your best chance.
You need to get him before that shield crash buff, and if you don't, then he's just not going to die. So it's also very hard.
Ooh, swash through, plus the defusal, but he'll just back off the high ground here. And Tent, he's got the shard. You can see those hypothermia stacks starting to stack up here.
Got the shard from Roshan, a little bit greedy. A lot of the Drow players buy shard earlier than that, but Tent's like, you know what? I can get second Roshan. I don't know. Cardinals in.
Toss back here. Sauce Voodoo switcheroo right up. He's sitting right next to that tombstone, but oh, Andy Bendy tried to roll through. Instead, the ulti from off. They'll actually kill the both of them right away here. So Andy and Sauce down for the count. They do have the outpost. If they kite him back into the outpost, there may be a double buyback into a fight because there is still Aegis on 10. BKB's popped. Here's a double buyback. They're TPing in here. They've lassoed up the Enigma. He's trying to cast the Black Hole, but he gets canceled by Smack. He doesn't chance. 45 seconds, no Enigma, and Andy, the roll will finish this time. Carbonal falls. They're turning around on the Medusa here, and with the wonderful death ward from Sauce, he may actually take down the Medusa. No, has to back away. Tint, he'll be the one to finish it off though here. Another kill. Only the Enigma is left, and that is a fight you just can't take on the outpost.
I believe that'll be the game. We're not going to see G's in chat until the next fight is lost, but again, this is going to be second racks. No deucing for a minute. The buyback, it's a lack of gold rather than lack of cooldown, so Radiant don't know there's no buyback, but they're going to force it out right now, and they're going to learn, hey, there's no buyback, and now there's no Enigma. It's a dieback from Captain Canuck. And a tip from Smacktrix.
I mean, Smack did kind of own him for the last few minutes. That Black Hole, you got to understand what he was doing, but that was absolutely not the play.
Sometimes you just lose Dota too. I mean, it's why you play the games, and sometimes you just lose.
True. I can't relate.
okay then.
Please don't queue into me.
Yeah. Well, T4 is dead, other tier 4 is dead. No Deucin for 25, no Nigma for 45, and Mips is under a lot of stuff. Oh, he's BKB on cooldown, he's dead!
He got double hit by the shield crash because of that 4 stuff. And yeah, no, this will just be the end of the end. I gotta admit it, man. I was so wrong about these lanes. I thought it would turn up so much better for the Dinks. And I think this is one of those things where like Enigma and Undying specifically are balanced a lot around the fact that like they are winning those lanes. So if you go into the game, you lose those lanes for yourself, all of a sudden you're way down in gold. You want to stomp the game with like this flash into the Wraith packs for the Undying. You want to go for like maybe a Glimmer, maybe a Force Staff pretty early on so you can keep kiting these fights around your tombstones. Instead, you get neither of these things. Your cores are going to be suffering because like you can't offer them help at all. And I think Tint is definitely like the shining star of this game for a team that also has 2 very strong cores around him. I think he really shown himself pretty strong here. I think the Silver Edge was a really nice purchase for him to like truly dish out the damage towards the end. But also just like his laning versus the Enigma, being able to push the Enigma out with Sauce like so early in the game was truly a show for him.
Well, the funny part is you thought the Enigma was going to do well in the lanes. Enigma's well, or not Enigma. I mean, Enigma makes sense, but it's the Undying I want to mention as well because the Undying would win his lane. Undying's one of those heroes suffering from success because early on in the patch, he was one of the most meta-defining heroes. But the problem is, patches have been on for so long that he has literally warped the meta. Heroes that are bad onto Undying just aren't really picked that much anymore. Yeah. But these cores who can either lane, relatively ambiguously into the Undying, or in the case of Batrider, lane well into the Undying, have become more prominent. So look at a couple of these heroes that have just fallen off over the last 3 months, and these are heroes who are literally suffering from success. And Undying is definitely suffering from his own success. He is now a lot less relevant than he was 3 months ago.
It's so weird how like patches work like that, where you can just have a patch that is like eternal, and like the meta will definitely change just because of like what's getting picked. And you think about it, like specifically for the Undying, those offlaners that like kind of suck against it, like there's been a huge influx of these like ranged offlaners, and usually paired up with a 4. Who's melee, but like especially your Vipers used to be like the biggest thing that you would do versus an Undying is you would just like pick some stun with a Viper and like kind of take him down that way. You have other ones like Lesh before it found out that like Bloodstone was busted, people would just pick up the Lesh as well. It's just like things that you would help to deal with the Undying.
All right, on that note, I am going to cut us to a quick break before game number 2. My name is Badger. I'm joined by the great Mathmagician, and we'll see you soon for game number 2. Greetings and salutations again, Dota fans. I'm Badger. I'm back again for some more League of Lads Season 11 action. I am joined again for a second game by a man of many titles, PDC lead admin, Twitch streamer, play-by-play caster, Mathmagician10, and hopefully we'll be in for a good game too. How you doing, Math?
Dude, I'm doing great. I'm happy to see another Pango, so I can see rolls. I'm gonna be happy to not see an Enigma and a Witch Doctor, so that I don't have to screw those two spells up. And I'm just happy that there's a chance that I can play DMZ at 11, or maybe only a little bit later. There's a chance.
So yeah, the drafts will be done about 10:22 Eastern at the rate we're going. So we need the game to end in 36 minutes plus pre-horn. So
totally doable.
I think game one was short. Was it shorter than 36? I think it was, right?
It was, yeah. I think it was only like 33, right? I mean, overview 33:03, right on the dot.
So if last game's any indication, you will barely be on time. But of course, different heroes already. We have our good friend Primal Beast in the game, so that'll always change things.
That's the one hero that I forgot about. I knew that there was like 4 solid bans from Dota 2, and I would have to see my draft screen again. And yeah, that big old beast is the other one. I'm actually surprised that it went through. It looks like for Sauce's team, they were just like, look, we have 5th pick. Either they ban out Primal or Tusk and we get the other, or I just leave the both of them in and we go with the pick one. So it looks like he just went with the pick one. Sauce's Kittens, though, again, getting the Pangolier. They ban out the Bloodseeker. They ban out the Faceless Void. And they even ban out the Lifestealer. So again, very good for them to play with this Pangolier. Even Dinks, they ban out the Slarks themselves. So one of the heroes that looks actually kind of good versus both the Tusk and the Pango. I guess with the AoE damage, it's not as great for you if you're not the one that's like jumping on them. But yeah, all right. So it looks like a pretty nice Pango game already.
And it's one of those games where you almost know already it's going to be a lot of brawling. Not like, full-on team fighting necessarily, but a lot of, like 3-on-3, 3-on-2, 4-on-3 type brawls. Definitely the sort of style these heroes tend to lend themselves to. And it is, the prevailing style of the last, 3-4 major balance matches, so shouldn't be too much of a Okay, now those are heroes you love to see. Especially, I love casting. You love casting Tyner? I love casting Tyner.
Especially now with his shard. I love the hero. I'm honestly really surprised they didn't end up going for a Crystal Maiden. Crystal Maiden is very, very good versus the Primal Beast in lane. It almost shuts down the hero, to be honest. It allows you to put a +1 that just kills him over and over. The Rubik versus the Jakiro is very good. You're stealing Ice Path all the time. You can even steal the stuff from Primal Beast and Sapphire. So it's definitely already a good setup for the Rubik. I think the only thing that you're somewhat worried about is whenever the BKB comes out on Primal, he jumps on you. But yeah, the Tidehunter as well. This is a pretty strong opener versus Illusion heroes, which are all still in the pool, and any melee damager. So you're almost forced to go for another ranged carry right here, or risk them being banned out in the next banning phase here from Dinks.
You want to know why I picked Rubik instead of Crystal Maiden? Let me ask you, Math. What's more fun to play, Crystal Maiden or Rubik?
Totally Rubik. I love the Rubik hero. Crystal Maiden is just as squishy as Rubik is. Crystal Maiden is even worse. So you're also more of an enabler in the Crystal Maiden. But whenever you see a Jakiro on the enemy team, you're you're already a little I really want to play this hero. If there's an Underlord, you're basically begging. But this is a very nice time. If you're able to get Ice Path, you are the instant cancel for Snapfire. You can lock up the Primal as well. The Tidehunter versus Ursulane is somewhat I'd say that one can be somewhat even depending on the supports. And now knowing that it's a Jakiro versus Rubik, I actually think they're going to have a very nice lane versus the Tidehunter. You can try to throw him back on the Rubik, but the Jakiro is going to be trading well versus the Rubik himself. And then as long as you get up those stacks, even if he gets the value point of the Ice Path, you should be able to kill the Tidehunter as well.
And Ursul's one of those carriers that's notoriously good against a handful of melee heroes, and Tide is one of them. I mean, there's not too much you can do on the defensive end other than buy boots and just run away, and it's gonna be a fantastic Ursa game. Might even see a bit of a lane swap just to dodge that one, because this lane does not seem that tenable, to be honest, especially with Tide Tusk. Unless just either Tide Tusk or Tide Rubik. Either way, I mean, perfect lift, perfect ice shards, really the only ways to do anything. But
right, yeah, and either one
maybe we can talk here.
I think you almost have to. I guess I did assume. I think you almost have to do the Rubik because as soon as the shards come out, you just jump them. But maybe you are leading with the jump I don't know. It seems like so much more of a skill shot that you don't want to have to think about. Like if I charge incorrectly, my offlaner is dead. I just wouldn't want to have that sort of pressure on me.
Just hit your spells.
This hit spells low. And plus, I think Sauce is the big Tusk player on this team. I know Smack also plays it, but it's one of his more like signature heroes. And I'd want my Rubik to have like a lot of gold in this game. If you're able to blink Steel, Ice Path, or even like Steel Blink Ice Path in combo and just like keep locking down people, I would want him to have the gold probably, rather than the Tusk.
We're already almost done with this draft, luckily too. I mean, there's a bit of reserve time left for both teams, but other than that, I mean, we're on the 20 ban. Actually, this is the 21 ban even, so we're getting there.
Mm-hmm. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, definitely need a core for Sauce's Kittens, and we also definitely need I'm assuming a middle lane core for Dinks.
It's possible that they go for a pause 5, to be honest. If they go for like this, the was it the Tusk or no? Sorry, not the Tusk carry, the Tide Hunter carry or something for a gym that's like really out of whack, and then they get an actual 5 position. Tusk and Rubik are just so greedy. I know they actually won't do it. They're going to get a core, like you said. They're probably going to get something that's like again like our ranged deals with the Ursa. It honestly could be a deucey game for them this time if they're not too worried about like a blink diffusal Ursa, but I don't know. I think just something ranged to cut out the Ursa is what you need.
Especially with Tide Pango carries, you definitely need a more finesse type farm hero who could split around the map. Unless you really just want to go full brawl style, then it's possible, but
if you want to go full brawl, you can get a melee hero that builds like a halberd and like you're still fine.
A lot of those good halberd cards are banned, though, is the problem. Like, you think about heroes like Lifestealer or Bloodseeker for that, they're both banned out right now, so not really an option.
I think you go Sniper is like somewhat okay, as long as you have like a 4-staff or someone else to 4-staff you out of these fights.
And it's a hard game to play Sniper. You need to be ready to be run. It's one of those games where if you can play from ahead or even play from even on Sniper, it's fine, but if you get behind, you are not going to have a fun time.
Nah, no, that's for sure. If not that, poof. In another world, I'd like to see a Ricky, but probably not.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard into Jakiro. It's hard in the Primal Beast. It's
I
mean, it's certainly not impossible, but we're calling that a low probability event.
Yeah. The thing is with the Primal Beast, you're no illusions. You don't want to do anything that's an illusion hero because they will get cleared. Versus the Ursa, you're kind of no melee. And versus Jakiro, you're also somewhat no melee because you get kited. So they do go range. However, Jakiro does clear stacks of refraction kind of quickly. So even the Snapfire with the shard will clear them. Even the Primal Beast, stomp on you, will clear them. So I'm not a true believer in this TA just yet. And with the counter pick, I would be even more worried. I think Viper honestly doesn't sound like that bad of a hero right now because you do break the Tide Hunter and you also break the stacks of the T. I think Rubik is the only thing that really keeps me from really wanting to slam that hero right now.
I don't think you're that scared of breaking refraction. I mean, you have someone who has a breaking the refraction already.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's one more way to break refraction. Oh my!
Another one, and also a nice lockdown versus the TA once she ends up jumping on top of you. I will say the one thing is like this is a kind of nice Rubik game, right? Maybe you can get Dismember if he doesn't immediately rot. Makes it a little bit better, but so far there's not a whole lot of jump other than the Primal B. So Captain Canuck has got to get a BKB and charge in on Rubik. Otherwise, he's going to have himself a very nice lockdown game, especially versus the Ursa.
I'm sure the main thing you will want this game will probably be the Ice Path or one of the bigger ultimates. But again, there's a lot of options. I mean, Hook's always good as well. But again, Hook, Dismember, both fairly hard to steal if Pudge is playing
super hard, yeah.
I mean, Snapfire is very good as well, but again, very hard to get on the back lines with that range of ability.
Yeah, right. You have to like, that's why he would need a blink. And even then, like blinking into steal spells is so dangerous.
Blink, force, refresh, force, steal spell, away, totally viable.
I think, honestly, it's going to be Ice Path or the Pulverize. And Pulverize on Rubik is very funny, but just because it's a channel spell, right? And the Primal Beast can't do anything else to kind of stop you from stealing it. He can't rot on and off during the channel. Yeah. So those two are probably going to be his big targets.
I guess, I mean, you have a decent amount of cast range as well, so it'll be from a bit longer of a range than you normally expect from Primal Beast. That'll be nice. I think if I had to pick, I think this Radiant Dust easier to play. I think
I like the Radiant draft a lot more. Yeah,
we're gonna need some heavy lifting from Templar Assassin in the game where the refraction will have very little defensive utility. So that's.
I mean, she is the damage. She is almost all of the damage, unless Andy pops off. Which, hey, you know, he's done that before. But like she's all the physical damage on the team. You have like some coming through from Swash, maybe, but not really. And this Tusk is support, so he's not offering a ton with his punch as well. I think it's like very dangerous if they don't actually end up like really stopping the laning stage and going onto the map.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim. You too, buddy. If you watch the VOD back, thank you, buddy. But if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of Dinks taking on Sauce's Kittens. It is leg 20 of 20 for the Badger Group Stage cast this season. Possibly my last one. And I'm joined again by a very special guest in Mathmagician. Game 1 was fairly one-sided. Sauce's Kittens blasted Dinks in a fairly dominant fashion, so hopefully game 2 proves to be a little more competitive, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think this one is like well in hands of Radiant at the draft, so I think Dinks have a pretty good chance at it. I like having the Pudge core +1, right? So you have this like Pudge plus Ursa, and it is a Battle Fury Ursa coming through, which I'm very happy about.
It makes sense given his other cores are Primal Beast and Pudge. Yeah, somebody get gold, but I am concerned though. It's one of those games where I think Radiant's draft is better, but again, it's going to require them to not let Templar Assassin play Dota 2. Because TA can outfarm any of these heroes. And if she gets ahead, can control that, you know, Roshan pit area, get first Roshan, get second Roshan, and just really maybe it's get to the status where it's just too big to fail.
Hopefully. BKB is going to be a necessity for a lot of heroes this game, but especially the TA. And it looks like it is going to be that Rubik Tide Hunter lane versus the Ursa. So you said they might dodge it. Looks like they're just gonna keep it. And meanwhile, it is going to be Notorious walking through the mid lane.
That's an interesting experience at the very least. She did. Yeah, he had experience on one creep. It's not very.
Oh my
He's
god.
Still TP. Oh no.
All right, break an Iron Branch, Smiths. Show them what you're about. And no, is he actually?
He's been out of it for a bit, but yeah, that's an unfortunate part of the game. But it doesn't matter. Tint's taking so much damage right now.
He is. I was gonna say. I feel like he's just gonna walk in here, use spells, and then just like get one of them killed. But instead, he does walk out. A lot of damage on Tint. So good job from them. Forced to salve up. And top, there's also a battle because they did manage to dodge one lane. They are throwing or not dodge, I guess. They had the Captain Canuck Primal Beast versus the Andy Bendy Pangolier. So I guess, I don't know, it feels like it's kind of a dodge because you'd expect Tint would be here on the TA, but instead they do put the Pango.
Yeah, I mean, it's you don't want the refraction to be broken by that offensive triple, so you might as well put the TA. And the problem is there's a Pudge there. So it's still being broken. It's just, at the very least in a one-on-one, it's a lot harder to punish when the refraction is down. There's only one hero doing damage rather than two, so. And Pudge the hero as well, where it's, you know, relatively low armor. Sauce, top lane. He's being dove over the tower right now. Snowball to the delay. Stun over to Captain Canuck. Andy Bendy is manning up. He has Swashbuckle and Shield Crash, but no mana. He can pop the stick.
Pop a stick? Pocket? What? No, he does nothing?
He is not popping the stick.
Wow. He is really holding on.
All right. Swashbuckle, but we are not done yet, are we? Tag team in from Sauce.
Another snowball. Oh, Shield Crash. Nice.
That's your
first blood. Easy game. Gotta be careful with that Scatter Blast, though. Sauce is getting himself pretty close. And what a dodge! Woo, the side step.
It's Mango. He can Mango Swashbuckle if he wants to. Oh, he missed it! Unfortunate.
Unfortunate. They're also going to send this entire wave down to Captain Canuck, so he's not able to take an aggressive stance.
I'll say something about mid lane. Templar Assassin can actually just hit Pudge. Pudge is low armor. He has one armor, so he just hit the hero with Meld and he dies. So
yeah.
Even though he can break your refraction, if he's in range to break the refraction, he's tanking a Meld, and that's not fun for Pudge.
And at least Tint doesn't feel that compelled to get a wand in this lane. Oh, he refractioned right next to the Pudge. However, Pudge is really hurting for it. Ooh!
I have bad news for you. It is not Tint. It is our man.
Oh shit!
Line 62.
I can't read.
Speaking of Tint, he's running it off right now bottom lane, but off has the air shock to run away.
Hate role switching teams. I go brain off. Just remember who I think is in the mid lane.
Gotta say, Tint has been in 2 lanes, neither of the mid lane today.
The mid lane. Well, Jim is having a very fine time. I think the only thing that's like a little bit weird to me is Captain Canuck is having a rough time in the CS. I thought that he would like kind of just bolster up since he had that gigantic wave under his tower. Hard to miss that whenever he had the trample, but it looks like he did have a bit of a rough time. And I feel like you're not allowed to just do this and like kind of challenge him like this. He's a hero that loves getting hit. He turns on the roar. He wants to stomp you. They are going to get the roll eventually from Sauce. He just immediately turns it off, and Captain Canuck so much damage. And I guess Sauce is sitting here like, look, if I'm using regen, then he's using regen. I don't want him to have gold. I don't care.
There's a cookie in, but Andy Bendy will still get away with the shield crash, and they turn on Carbonell. He's blasted immediately. The problem here with the Primal Beast is they both have ways of dodging through the trample damage. Now, he's forced to uproar and run away, but it just die right now. Onslaught forward, killing Andy Bendy! Oh my! Now it's Sauce, and he gets the double kill, Captain Canuck! You know, it's funny. I had analysis, but it was instantly contradicted. It doesn't matter anymore. You know, it's.
I know. I was about to praise his 2 points in the attack team and be like, "There's nothing this Primal Beast can do," and then he gets a double kill. So you know, it's, there's something he can do.
Now, there's at least some means of mitigating the trample damage. I mean, Andy Bendy is shield crash and swashbuckle. Sauce has snowball, but eventually you just onslaught and you stun heroes. They go, that's the play right there. You stun them. They can't use throws if they're stunned.
Yep. Stuns win games. What's that? The Kyle just draft stuns win games.
I thought the Kyle method was to message your teammates, delete your lies, and apologize, and then
they both go hand in hand. They're both you know, they complement each other.
The funny part is you know the other person on the end of that legendary rant, right? TI champion snaking, baby.
Heyo.
Yep. To the best of my knowledge, he did not associate with him and his team ever again.
Damn. Oof. Man. Off really wants to keep bullying Tint here. And I mean, they're both like individually winning these trades. Ooh, top lane?
Yeah, Carbonell already dead. Snowball comes through. Captain Canuck went for onslaught.
Oh! I mean, he goes. Sauce still no points in the ice shards.
Meanwhile, bottom lane smack goes down, but will there be vengeance? Tint will anchor smash down the Ursa. That's a faithful trade. You lose a Rubik, you gain an Ursa kill. If you're Tint, you're celebrating right now.
Mm-hmm. That was a thick anchor smash, man.
Top lane, he'll trample in a bold play. He'll get punished immediately.
Oh! Oh, Carbonell!
Revenge. No, the miss cookie!
Oh my goodness! No. I think he actually just died. He TP'd in and he just died. Was he the Enigma?
No, he was the Primal Beast was Enigma.
Oh, okay.
He's dead though, I can tell you that much. So was Notorious who died to Tint and smack bottom, you know.
Yeah. I mean, these are lane wins that like last game it was like, damn, you guys are playing really well. This one I actually don't know if it should happen. I feel like Jakiro is pretty good into the Rubik, and your Tide like shouldn't be able to get like to too many levels without off just like bullying him every chance he gets. I am very surprised that they're having this much of a laning win.
He's 2-0-0 on Tide, which is probably better than it should be, but it is at this point. It is what it is.
Yeah, he's doing well, and he does have level 6. He's got like no mana for it though. You catch off without his ulti just yet, and you may be able to get a kill with the Ravage. But he's using so much mana just to keep throwing out those anchor smashes. I think he may just do it now, wrap around.
Good ward.
Use the ulti. Carbonell here. Ulti out. They get the lift as well. Ice Path was already down, and that anchor smash was not in time. So instead, they'll use the Ravage, get killed, and off. It's never been happier.
I'm a little surprised that Tint chose to fight that. I mean, he had vision. He knew Carbonell rotated in. It's like, you know what? I'm a timer. I can fight 2v3. Turns out he cannot fight 2v3.
No. They must have already had it in their mind, like, hey, we're using Ravage for this one. And he was like, oh, another customer. And instead it was, you know, it was a killing customer.
It's a little bit too much opponents, little damage. Over to mid lane, meanwhile, Timber's there on Jim. The dive comes through from Mips. Jim will turn his meld in 3. Snowball saves for now. He'll meld when the snowball ends to bring down Pudge, but he's dead first. It's a 1-for-1 trade middle lane.
Yeah, and jump in for the Primal Beast as well. He wants more. Disarmed. Oh no, the stomp and the stomp and the stomp and the stomp. There goes the Tusk, and now Pulverize on the Rubik, up and down, trying to get the kill on Carbonal, but it's just not enough, and Captain Canuck under the tower does not care. It's double braces, don't talk to me. He's got the kill.
The entire country of Canada celebrating right now. They have accomplished a team fight win for the first time this series.
There you go, and they get a D-ward.
3-for-1 mid lane. It's a massive kill on Templar Assassin as well.
Oh, yeah.
She's still quite farm, but every kill like that will just delay her game.
There's so much gold for Mips as well. I mean, he's up with Andy Bendy now, and Jim is a little bit worse for wear at the moment. He's gonna hit the jungle pretty hard soon. Like, he's already got a few sacks for him, but they are being seen by Carbonal. Oh yeah, Scatter Blast that.
Oh, never mind. Carbonal's dead.
Jim sees.
He had the right idea, but he needed teammates, and now he's going to just be dead. Cookie's still on cooldown. Oh no, he didn't stand still!
Oh no.
Poor coordination.
Gotta communicate on that one. Stand still, I'm saving you.
These guys, this is their 16th game playing together. You gotta know these timings by now. So someone's gotta communicate that.
Yeah. Oh, Andy Bandy. Let's see. Doesn't look like he's in danger. He's going for the Diffusal Blade. Notably, like, both the Primal Beast and the Ursa, both incredibly low mana pools for what they actually need. Pudge doesn't need, like, a ton of his mana pool. He'll also be low since he's a strength hero, but you know, he really only needs to, like, maybe get the Dismember, maybe he gets the hook, one or the other. Pudge, or not the Pudge, Ursa though, like, he wants to jump in with Earth Shock, he wants to use his Overpower, wants to use the Enrage. At least the Enrage doesn't have a mana cost. He'll always be fine.
You know, it's funny, most people say second in the all chat, they don't mean literally 1 second. No, they literally meant 1 second this time.
Oh yeah.
We're still paused for a half minute, but they literally meant 1 second. It's probably for cat reasons, if I had to guess.
Probably. Oh, jump in. Ice Path. They do hit on the Tidehunter, but Off didn't want to commit that far.
Meanwhile, top lane, it's Sauce. He actually Ice Shards, Onslaught through. Tusk is going to Snowball, delaying it for now. We're to bottom lane again. Jakiro's dead. I interrupted the fight for no fight top lane. Sauce is still juking, but he's now brought down.
Yeah, Sauce still died. You know, you can take that. Yeah.
It's one of those, like, I don't have the double screen technology. I don't have the dedicated observer. Yeah,
no. Dedicated observers are, like, literally changing the game. Whenever I had the first one, I was like, oh shit, I can just, like, watch. This is phenomenal.
You know, that's one of those things where I won the lottery, blank checkbook. I'm like, all right, I need a blank check. I'm gonna write it to Pivy. I'm like, all right, you are doing every one of my games for the rest of my life. Here's $1 million. You got this.
I own you.
Here's $1 million. I own you now. Here's $2 million. I own you some more. It'd be worth it. Pidion's real good at what he does, so.
Oh yeah.
The worthwhile $2 million.
Oh, let's see here. Net worth's looking pretty even all around. The Primal Beast is like a little bit low, but it's just like every core is super farmed. You know, not even to 11 minutes and everybody's already at 4,000 or more. Andy and the Pudge and the TA are already at 5,000. Like, this is there have been a lot of creeps hit on the map. And it looks like at least there's a little bit of less pressure for Jim, right? Like, he's got the Dragonlance on the way. He's going Blink afterwards. I wonder if he's actually going to try to, like, really push the margins here with his team instead of, like, trying to go for the Deso. That's usually what it means whenever you go Blink before the Deso.
Yeah, probably going to be the case, but for now, it's still a problem with Pudge. Pudge Hero is incredibly tanky.
Yeah, it looks like they're poking and poking and poking. Once Andy has that Diffusal Blade, it'll be a little bit better, but still a little hard right now.
He's getting there. I mean, he can afford it in literally right now, so that's good news.
Yeah.
Ips is hasted. This is bold.
Yeah, he do be zooming. They could probably burst him down if they get a nice stun tag team, but they don't have vision. They just got vision on Notorious. They're gonna steal. They find themselves a dual breath, which you're still pretty happy about. Ice Path afterwards, but all of this jumping around. Tent's able to get the Ravage off. They get the Pulverize back down on Captain Canuck, but the Solar Spell was already used, so that'll be pretty much no hurt for him. Bouncing around, smack. Oh, he could steal spell in 4 seconds, but it looks like he won't get a chance to get the pulverize. Anybody was on the back line rolling around. They'll also find themselves maybe Carbonal, but here comes Mips. He's got the dismember here. They'll punch him into the sky and a swash through from Andy Bendy. He won't die, but his Pudge, that is doing so much damage with the rod here. They're gonna have to walk through the tier 1 tower to try to get away here. Ulti used from off, doesn't want to take too much damage from the meld. And another TP in from Notorious. He's using the macro pyre and he has to swashbuckle into the sun. He'll get alive. He'll be alive and get away. That's another kill on the Notorious. He just dies, TP's back in, dies again after using spells. And they see the Primal Beast TPing in as well. Please, oh, don't TP in and die as well. Hook finds Smack. Looks like he'll go down, dismember from the Pudge. He'll fall. Andy Benny now in the mid lane here, trying to get away from the pulverize. He will here. They use it on Tin, but oh man, Jim actually wants in for more here. They're gonna walk up the high ground. Mip still doing so much damage with this rod. How has he been able to survive this solo? Andy Benny goes down, and now Tint trying to chase him away here. The Shard will catch vision of him. He needs to use the Gush. They'll find him, and it'll be another kill here. It's a lot more than just 2 for 2. I'd like to say it was 4 for 2 when it all said and done, but still just minor advantage to Salacious Sea Lion and his team.
You know, I think if the fight went on for long enough, Notorious would have died a 3rd time in the fights, but unfortunately the fight was not long enough. Some cosmetic in this game is not cooperating with my Dota right now. I don't know what it is. Something is lagging in my game currently.
Oh no.
It's the literal game itself, because the internet seems fine. I can hear your voice fine. The OBS says the up down is fine. Something in Dota itself is not cooperating. I don't know whose cosmetic it is, but it's not working correctly.
What are the cosmetics is there any cosmetics that I don't usually see? I think this the Lycan Ursa I've seen before. Maybe it's a primal. I don't see a lot of primal since it's banned all the time.
Some file is just not cooperating probably. It's like, alright, I'm not here, I'm not cooperating, I'm somewhere on the wrong drive or something, I don't know. Either way, I think we're in for another fight. I mean, the last fight went on for so long that cooldowns are up again. The round's up in 14 seconds at this point.
And I mean, they still a long ways away on the Ags from Pudge. I mean, he's doing so much damage right now. Imagine when that guy gets Ags. I mean, Mips is gonna be crazy. Maybe the big brain play from the Rubik is to actually just go like Eternal Shroud or Bloodstone and steal Rot, because you know that's the only spell you'll get. Get an Aghanim Scepter and just like burn people down. Oh no, Smack Tricks in danger here. Pulverized, Ice Pact, beaten, and killed.
At that point, he's not in danger, he's in death. The Sauce might these might just be in death as well at this point. The term with tag team.
when you see the tag team come up from a chasing Tusk, that's when you know that he's in death and he's just turning around for some damage.
Or alternatively, it's one of those, I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me. But no, he actually was trapped in there with them.
Oh yeah, no. If you turn around and kill one with like a 20 stack Deso, then yeah, no, that's the vibe. But this one is like, I'm dead. I will.
He's got a windlace. He's got tranquil boots.
Oh yeah, he's trying to run. Looks like mid tower is taking a lot of punishment while this is happening. They forward up. Tint will come in, but it might be a little too late. Oh, Andy Bendy pops the roll up. He actually really wants to chase Captain Canuck, but they find Mips. This is a beautiful spot for a roll here. They will lock him down a few more times, but the cookie may actually get him away. Oh, Ravage! It still catches the Pudge here, but where's your follow-up? They'll take down the Jakiro, but they're pulverizing the Tusk on the backline. They also have to dismember him, so a few spell used for a pause 5. Finally, that Diffusal Blade looking like it's doing some pretty big damage here. They'll jump in with the Shield Crash, slowed up so much on Myth, but another dump in from Captain Canuck. They're even gonna buy back on the Tusk here, trying to get back into it, but here comes the, off with the Ursa, disarm, pops the Enrage to dispel it. And now he's able to get a kill on Tits. Another walk backing out here. But here comes Jim. A few more hits on Carbonal with the swashbuckle in. Finds themselves another kill. And here comes Jakiro. I hope he lasts longer than last time. But oh, Captain Canuck trying to get the dive in. Actually going to get lifted back into the snowball from Tusk. A beautiful Ice Path macro pyre. But guess who's got macro now? It's Smack Tricks. He's even got a DD. What else can this man do? Gonna try to jump onto the tower again. Mips may be able to walk away this time, but a blink in from Salacious Sea Lion. And here's the macro. You don't want to dismember there. An Ice Path out, but oh my god, the rod. It actually does enough. He survives. It's a jump in from Sauce that finally kills him. It's deaths on deaths on deaths, and there's even more. A Snapfire able to find the kill on Andy Bendy. Smack Tricks will finally kite away at the end of this absolute massacre in the mid lane.
A rare mistake by Salacious Sea Lion 62, formerly of Happy Seals. He went in there, went for the meld strike, but didn't get the meld hits. he either walked away from it or wasn't in the attack range after the blink. Regardless, we're seeing Smack get pulverized right now, but he's just dead at this point. There's no way out of death. But
he's very dead.
The rare mistake from Jim allowed Pudge to survive longer. There was no minus armor, no extra plus damage hits, and Pudge ended up surviving for a good 6 seconds longer than he should have. Templar Assassin died in the fight. Went from being very good to more of an even trade with the reps.
Yeah, I know it's rough. He blinked in, went invis, and then just like walked slightly forward. So you're like, damn, that's unfortunate. You usually think with Dragonlance you don't make those sort of mistakes, but it's that time.
He's got the Wraith back.
This is not free for Radiant. It's definitely their advantage. Ursa does pick up the Roshan here, but Andy Bendy is locked in. Gets the Swashbuckle away, but Tint's got to back out here. He doesn't have the ulti, and he will get taken down by Carbonal. So it's a 1v1 fight on the high ground here. Mips is coming in and off. They will find the kill on Andy Bendy. So 2 gone. They only trade for the Primal Beast. Would have felt a little bit better if they can get someone solidly in the Roach Pit whenever it fell.
That fight is just peak modern Dota. You pop the Wraith Pact, you walk into the 5 heroes, you just survive for a long time anyways. Eventually he died, but again, given the fight started off literally 1v5, raw walking up with a Wraith Pact, you'd figure he'd be dead earlier, but no, it's just not.
Nah, he lasted it lasted not as long as I thought. The Pudge is able to sit here with like not even an Axe yet and just like eat everybody around him, but unfortunately for a Tidehunter with Wraith Pact, not as much. I guess this time it's the opposite way around. Maybe Wraith Pact is going to be the item that loses both of these games. Cat and Canuck on the Primal Beast will not be building such a traitorous item, but Tint does.
That fight almost went. I mean, it's one of those things where Pangolier almost got the Aegis. If that goes to Andy Bendy rather than off, that's a completely different outcome to the fight. So instead, I mean, you walk in the Roshan pit, you get Roshan with Ursa, and especially on Ursa, you need that kill. But on the flip side, so is Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin loves to get the early Roshans, loves Roshan control, and again, there's still the more important second Roshan ahead of us, but first Roshan is still important.
Well, that was without BKB on off. He does have it. Didn't have to use it. Or I'm not sure if he even had it on this person when Rush was falling, but fights have only gotten harder now for Sauce's Kittens, and I don't know. Off now being the one to jump in. Doesn't have a Blink Dagger yet, though, so that's the only thing that's kind of keeping him alive.
Oh, they have blasted Rubik.
Poor guy. That's the thing about playing Rubik, right? It's like, you are squishy. If someone gets on top of you, you are dead.
Just don't get caught.
It's so hard because you're like you always feel like some sort of high profile spell, especially in this game where like it feels like you always have something from Jakiro. So like you're always like enemy number 1. Everyone's always looking for you, and there are definitely heroes of this game that can go and catch you. There's even Ags on the Pudge now. These are so rough to take from Dire right now. I just don't think you can take any fight until the Aegis is out.
Well, seems like Mips, he wants to fight, but he's already half HP thanks to one Swashbuckle, so he's like, alright, I'll have to heal somewhere.
At least he got all those creeps, man. He just got, I think, 2 stacks out of the Dire jungle, so he got some gold.
To be fair, they were Dire jungle stacks, so
that's true.
It's not really his to claim, but he grabbed them anyways.
Oh man, that is a interesting interaction.
Right, that is an interesting interaction.
Do not cookie your Primal Beast. It is a grief.
As a result, Sauce will get away. He was probably fine anyways, but now he's most certainly fine.
Yeah. That would have been close. He would have had the ulti for sure, but maybe it would have been enough. We've got Blink soon.
Goodbye, Tower. Nice knowing you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Oh, mid lane. Man, Tint was pressuring Tower.
He's waddling away. He's a Tidehunter with Arcane Boots. He's walking away.
Yeah, he's got to get his own Blink Dagger as well. These Blink timings are like pretty important for the Dire side, especially the Tidehunter. I mean, these BKB timings are even more powerful right now, right? From Dinks, they like almost counter the Blink timings.
One more onslaught from Captain Canuck into literally nothing, but eventually he'll find a hook.
Oh, smack tricks, baby. He's gone.
Well then, that's the only open the fight. Just hook someone and instantly kill them. Okay then.
Good job, Mips. With the Arcane Rune as well. Hook up in record time. And he's going for Blink as well.
Now we have a big problem with this mid T2 tower. There'll be a second tier 2 taken by the side of Dinks.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way you can contest this. Offen's taking a lot of damage. If you get close enough, maybe you can swatch in and get the last hit, but you will die for it. Could have been cute for them to maybe forward up and get the kill.
Oh, what a hook! Another one!
And he can't save on the snowball. Macro Pyro will be used. Sauce trying to turn around, but he'll fall. What a fight starter there from the Pudge.
He had the reaction too on Andy Bendy. He shield crashed away, but it didn't matter. The hook was long enough.
It was so good.
Oh, he's pumping. He wants another one. He wants another one. I want more.
They have a fortification here off.
His teammates are blocking the hook.
Oh, make sure. Yeah. Oh, they don't get the damage. He will get the full effect. And now, oh, Hook stolen actually from Smack Tricks here. Mips does fall on the high ground. Hook! It misses from Smack.
What can you do?
What can you do? Simply cannot hook them all.
Oh, notorious. That's not going to work. There's no trees there. The trees are dead already.
Muscle memory maybe from him. 2 gone. And they don't even get that mid tower. That does still stay alive at 400 HP.
Maybe you saw that lamppost, like right near the lamppost will block vision. No, that's not going to work, unfortunately.
No.
Well, luckily it's not. I mean, losing Pudge is bad, but it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, as long as they aren't bleed kills, problem is they're bleeding kills. We're gonna lose Carbino as well. This is not ideal. Now, and they're staggering these deaths as well. So if Jim wants to lead a push mid lane on Templar Assassin, he can.
Yeah, no, you're totally correct. The only thing that was bad about that kill is that Jim got 400 and 300 gold and very rapidly, and now he also, with the help of Tint, gets another cardinal kill. So it's just a lot of gold for that Salacious Sea Line. It should be going, to the BKB fund, which will change the game pretty well. There's still Dismember that he's got to worry about, but it does mean that like these Ice Path, Macropyre, even the Primal Beast jumping in, or the Snapfire, right? All the stuff that's locking you down doesn't matter as much. The Ursa and the Dismember still hurt you.
And that's usually the big time you go for on Templar Assassin every game, and he'll have it before second Roshan, I'm pretty sure, and that'll be the game-deciding fight. Right now, if Radiant want to take their minor lead into a major lead, it's second Roshan, free Shard, free Aegis. But if you're Jim, of course you want the Aegis. Give teammate to your Shard. That's how you give Shard to your teammate. That's how the comeback starts.
So I'll preface this with, I agree with what you said. I'd like for him to save up for the BKB. However, Jim has purchased the full Hurricane Pike.
Whoa! Bold play!
I think you're correct, though. I mean, it's hard to argue with, Seal's Jim, C-Dub Jim. He's not going for the BKB.
Ravage!
From the Tide Hunter. That's a nice Ravage on 3 heroes. Even silence off the trap. That's a wary hook from Smack. And now he gets pulverized. So they started off with this wonderful ulti in from Tint. And now, they're going to try to follow up some damage from Andy Bendy, but they just aren't getting the kills that they want here. Sauce has to back away. Jim hasn't gotten the chance to really encroach just yet. They finally get 1 kill here on the Primal Beast, but now Jim in danger. He doesn't have the BKB. He's got to back away. And the hook block, he just take out Tint. It just kills for off. He jumps in again on Tint, trying to get the last one. It's a triple for him already, and through the trees. It looks like he should find this one as well.
One more finish. Ultra kill for off. One key problem. He's in.
No.
Oh no!
Does he get the rampage? Off no mana, has the blink dagger, and he's gonna swash through.
Off
the rampage!
So remember when he bought Hurricane Pike? There's no buyback now.
No. Yeah, he bought out for that item.
Oh no.
It does not feel like that was the play. I think the only thing that they can kind of cope up with is that there are no creeps near their base, so they're not going to lose racks over this one. And they all have such little gold compared to the Ursa that their buybacks are not their death timers are not that bad.
All right, and they got look at that lucky Roshan respawn time. If you're Dinks, could be alive right now. Instead, he'll be alive in over 2 minutes from now. That is just bad news, especially when Ursa had the overpower prepped. Team fight was won. Free everything. I mean, he's in again on Smack Tricks. Okay.
Goodbye. I think the biggest thing about that Roche timer is that there will be an ulti from Tint Right, he'll be able to ravage, but unfortunately, like there are BKBs on every one of these courses, so it's still very hard.
If you're Sauce's Kittens, you'd rather it be like this, where you can at least have your abilities, versus the alternative. It's already alive, and Ursa's taking it literally right now. So
yeah, oh,
it could only be worse.
Every time I see this Primal Beast going in, I feel like he's going for a kill, but he's just testing the waters.
Sometimes you onslaught in. If you find some hero, you find a hero. If you don't, there's creeps. You cannot go wrong with creeps.
Well, Off is soaring above the net worth of everybody else in this game, man. He's got Gotti on the way, so even going to help out with whatever heal comes out from the Wraith Pact. And also give him a little bit more beef, so makes it even harder for him to get taken down. I mean, it's fine. I don't know if there's really an item that he needs at this point, right? Like, you're so far ahead. You've got, like, one item up on anybody else in the game. There's nothing that you're really reacting to at the moment that you really need to buy.
I want to point out the Notorious gameplay right now. He's doing the classic, I don't know what Roshan's going to be, oh, free kill for Jim, but Notorious is sitting there in the pit right now. Like, all right, where's Roshan? He'll be here eventually, right? Eventually he'll spawn. Yeah. Dire scanned it. They know somebody's in there, but it's not the Roshan, it's Notorious.
No, it's just Notorious. He's actually baiting so hard. Sauce goes down. They throw in just a tight illusion. End up using Macro Pyre. That's pretty big. Roshan is not up for another 30 seconds. Look, it finds Jim, but he's able to blink away thanks to the refraction charges.
One problem, there's no Sauce any longer, so...
No.
I mean, it's currently a 4v4. Roshan's still not here. Off is laughing like, where's my Roshan? Roshan, you're supposed to be here by now. You're late.
Yeah.
You're getting penalized for this.
Traps are the only other way they'll get to scout out. Usually have the nice shards to just throw in. So there's another trap in, and there's Roshan. So
incredible timing.
Off can take it pretty fast. Swash through. They may not actually want to fight this one. They may have to back out of this one. They still got BKB on 2 of their cores. Another tight illusion. Do you want to macro pirate again? Please.
No, it's a nice little tanky illusion. Both teams know, by the way. Both teams 100% know at this point. And again, they also know that Tide is Ravage. Blink Crouch in the pit is dangerous. So Radiant want a different angle. They'll smoke us 5 on the wrap. Oh, they're going straight up the river. They're going right in, straight into Andy Bendy.
Jump in from Off, silenced up, Mindbreaker for the win. Get themselves another kill. Support and a mid laner gone. Smack lifting himself out to the side, so he will get away. But with those 2 kills, you gotta feel like Roche is very free for the Dinks.
I think they barely had Andy at the edge of that ward too, like barely at the edge. And just like that, that's a free Roshan, free Shard for Ursa, free Aegis for Ursa. You take this.
Oh yeah. Wait, you got yourself the minus armor. Really, all you needed was Off at this point. He's so thick. Picks up the shard as well, so he'll get the Earth Shock and Rage. But that Mindbreaker really does feel like it is the winner of that fight. You immediately jump in, you got a bash on the second hit, and then it was just cut.
You know, you just not to play Dota at that point when you literally get bashed in silence. There's not much you can do.
It's so rough. I don't know what he doesn't have roll up yet. He's actually going right in for the strength blink. I would really like for him to get the shard. I feel like that is like huge for his game right now if he's going to continue to get jumped on by the Ursa like that.
So the one good thing is we've already used. Actually, no, there's still over 4 minutes. There's still plenty of time to go high ground. Though high grounding the Pangolier Tide, never easy.
It's hard. I mean, he's actually going for the Halberd next on Tint, so that'll make their fights a little bit easier once it comes, but Off full Scotty, he feels pretty powerful. And Mips, they just have 2 super strong cores in this game. And Hook on to Jim. He's able to bounce away thanks to again, those refraction charges. And Mips, he's taking a lot of damage, but it doesn't matter just yet. 4 staff away from the Salacious Sea Lion after Off tried to jump in. Then silenced up by the traps here. Woo! Just by the tip of his hook.
I don't think he's precasting Dismember. If he was, then Jim would not be able to blink away there, but oh well.
Oh, jump in here. BKB not used. They already have the Tide on her ulti, but the BKB from the Primal Beast, it gets the kill. They have to buy back on 2. They're even chasing Tint down here. He can't get away. The slows are too much. This punch is just so thick. You cannot kill him. He chases down 2. They've got to buy back on both of their supports, and even with the send back, Captain Canuck wants in. Wants to try to find Rubik. No pulverize for a few more seconds. Smack will actually somehow get away from this one, but they don't have to leave the high ground just yet. Jump in from Carbonal here. Ice Path to follow as well. Off will get himself another kill. It's Dieback on the Tusk. But
charging in.
Smack, that is a death wish, my god.
So, good news. Guess where the wave is? It is by the Radiant T1 tower. Andy Bandy cut it during all of that. And the mid wave is not good either. So, even though you lost every defender but Pangolier, there's no base that needs to be defended. There's no creeps.
That's an elite move. That's one of the different things that you see whenever you have like a team at the 4K or 5K range versus a team that's like at the 6K range. Is that every time there's a fight and you can see that's going wrong.
Andy,
oh man,
he has flown too close to the sun.
Yeah.
And all the way through Radiant Dry Camp, Radiant Jungle, found a Snapfire, and got destroyed. Now he...
Say Mad Libs, go back to Cannon.
Go back to Cannon. What can you do?
Yeah, it's over. It's over, Pango. I have the high ground.
At this point, this is definitely everyone's high ground. Oh, off is in.
Yeah, that is deep, but yeah, there's no punishment for it, right? Like, Tint doesn't even have the Ravage. And if he did, the status resist is too much. And he's gonna blink in here, does get one stun on the Primal Beast. He's actually trying to go for the background here, but Captain Canuck is in with his Ags, and no one is really threatening him right now. They finally get the punch up, and as the BKB goes out, maybe they can actually get it. They will, but to jump in from off here, silent stop on the Salacious Sea Line, even gonna get the Macro Pyro with that Ice Path. But I mean, Jim, as that BKB wears out here, it looks like he still wants to threaten a little bit. Oh, Notorious taken down a little bit. They even get a nice swash onto the Snapfire here. Roll in, but the BKB from Ursa. You can see 3 Dire Heroes disappear. And 10, he'll be next. Another one gone. And Andy showing his face to try to help out with the rest of his team here, but he will just get taken down again by the Ursa. A double kill for Off. And well, with only one buyback here on the Tide, we may see the game just end.
That was going incredibly well until it wasn't. I mean, the retreat was so... I mean, we thought the retreat was going to be very costly, but then Ursa still at BKB turns in, kills everybody. Now it's... Again, it's not over yet, but Radiant will have to throw to lose this game now.
Yeah, 50 seconds and 60 seconds for the brothers. That's what's really going to hurt you. I don't think there's a way to back out of this, right?
I mean, they got the racks. They actually only got 1 racks.
No. Oh my god. The Battle Fury damage almost took down Smack anyways. Now they turn on Sauce. Yeah, I mean, that one. You may call it.
Yeah, there's your G's. There's your G's. 1-1 draw.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I mean, we both call this one in the drafting. Like, this is the only way that we saw this one really turning up is if the Templar Assassin went off and was just like murking people on the map left and right. I think he even went the right build until the Hurricane Pike got picked up, which at that point, it was just, there was no hope.
Man, Jim played decently, but it's one of those things where the burden execution was just, it was incredibly high. Templar Assassin had to have a fantastic game. Even though he had a good game, it wasn't a fantastic game.
Yeah.
And
you just gotta be flawless to win something like that on the TA. If you don't have any damage from your surrounding cores, they had so much control. I still like the Rubik pick. I don't think that one was like too bad for them. But you figure like you have the Pango that you already picked up. That's a lot of like AoE teamfight control, and this Tide like supplements that in the same way. And neither of them really offered up enough damage. They both like offered up enabling damage, but no damage of their own. So all of a sudden, like this Pudge, this Ursa, this Primal Beast. Those are heroes that need a lot of damage to take them down. You can't really just skate away with as little as only a TA.
You know, if you think about it, so game 1, who had second pick?
That was Dinks' victory with the second pick.
Exactly. I mean, game 1, Sauces Kittens had it. They won. Game 2, Dinks had it. They won. Game 1, the Drow was the 24 pick, uncountered. Game 2, the Pudge was the 24 pick. Uncountered more or less, other than a Rubik. So we're seeing the power of, hey, we have these counter picks at 18 and 24. You know?
Yeah. And second pick will probably be a little bit better as well, because you saw like the way that they started this draft was both the Primal Beast and the Tusk were left in. I think that was a really good play from the Dinks to leave them both in, because you feel like those two heroes like really make a draft. And well, Dinks have second pick, and they got a hero arguably better than the Tusk, to be honest. that really makes a draft. So I think Sauce's Kittens might be able to cope it up a bit and be like, hey, we'll let Primal Beast through. We're never going to do that again. But I don't think, like, clearly, off at 21-1, like it was more than just a Primal Beast thing. Even though I think that made your draft very good, it was more than a Primal Beast thing.
You know what the cope is? The cope is that your team's probably still making playoffs and Dinks probably won't.
Really? Oh, okay.
With that loss, Dinks are now 5-11, which again puts them on the outside looking in, unless they can get some wins in these last few games. They're in the bottom 3 right now. It's gonna be a tight race to 7 and the 8 seed for Sauce's Kittens. As long as they go about 500 for the rest of the season, they're gonna easily make it in the playoffs. So
okay.
Again, they went 500 tonight. All I have to do is more or less what they did tonight the rest of the season, and they'll make it in like the 5 seed or the 6 seed. Yeah. So they're comfortably. I mean, they can still miss playoffs, but they have to really lose a lot of games to not make playoffs at this point. So they're still a comfortable spot.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard to make winners, though. I mean, at this point, they need to start winning out the automatic winners bracket from the onset.
I think after watching this series, you can't really expect them to make winners, right? Like, if there's a team that's at the bottom of the division, then that's a team that you got to 2-0 in order to feel like you're going to hit winners bracket.
It's a lot of parity, man. It's probably the most competitive LAD season ever. There's a lot of parity in the league right now. I mean, even these teams that are at the bottom, like the worst team in the league is probably Nice Guys in the UFSS Guam group. I've casted them for 4 games, and in most of those games, they look competitive. They won 1 draw against 2 actually very good teams. So it's a very competitive season so far. And again, losing to nobody is bad. I mean, there's no bad losses. Sure,
man.
You certainly want that 2-0 if you're Sauce's Kittens, but what can you do sometimes?
Mm-hmm. It's not a lad's cast if you don't drop casually. The Guam's team is worse in the league.
It's the USS Guam group now, It's not his team. He's been retired for, I think, 3 seasons now, but
let's see.
Keep on the down low. He's coming back next season, so get ready for it.
Pog.
But yeah, I mean, this was a good 1-1 draw between Dinks and Sauce's Kittens. I hope you had a good time. You have a good time?
Oh yeah, I had a great time casting lads. Love it.
Got any final words, call outs, shout outs to say to the people of League of Lads and twitch.tv/Badger Pablo?
I'm coming back. My Xfinity is allegedly back. I'm going to be casting every night. I think Lads is going to be my #1 customer because they're the league that's going to keep in play throughout the Christmas break. So I think you guys will see me again. And if you're someone with money or a casting agency, I love you if you hired one of us. At this point, I just take one of us. It doesn't matter which one.
I'm sure for both of us, we don't have ourselves hired than the other. We'll take the other.
Yeah,
I would be happy for Math if he got hired.
Exactly. See, so you just want to see one of your friends make it, and then you hang on to some of that success and be like, I know that guy.
Hey, look, 8 pounds on the screen. 8 pounds on the screen. 8 pounds on my screen. That's what it's basically like at this point. I am excited though to actually not cast for a bit. I believe the league should be in good hands between Math. I know Rod has been doing some casting. Apon's been doing some casting. Hopefully, we'll be in good hands while I'm on my month vacation, more or less.
Oh yeah, I felt the same way. Yeah, I've been like really grinding out casting. Then for like the honeymoon and my strep throat, taking a break from casting wasn't all that bad for like a month, especially during like the TI month, right? Because you're like watching so much Dota anyways.
Yeah.
You're going to be watching a lot of BTS.
It's going to be a lot. I mean, it's my job at that point to watch the Dota, so I might as well. I'm gonna have the live stream, the in-game lobby on my main monitor, and the stream on a 5-minute delay on my other monitor. So if you think about it, I'm watching twice the Dota.
Hell yeah.
Regardless, though, thanks to Math for coming on tonight. Congratulations to both teams on a 1-1 draw between Dinks and Sauce's Kittens. Thanks for playing tonight. If you want me to cast your games, cast your tournaments, contact me on Twitter, twitter.com/BattleDota2, or on Discord, badge number 5713 if you want to hire me and Logical, or me and an analyst of your choosing to cast your pro events and other DPC affiliated stuff. Contact me at those same spots. I'll be back in I don't know how long. I am sure I'll have an off day here and there, and when I'm back, I'll be casting hopefully some lads. If not, then I don't know, NA pubs or something, PDC maybe. I'm not sure at this point, but we'll figure it out. As always, to the viewers, though, thank you for watching, and have a great night.